Hi folks, the Filipino P here. Hope you guys won't mind if I take it easy today. Sunday is my only day for errands and chores. And today is also laundry day. And I thought I'd combine laundry with filming a video. I'm also gonna answer some questions from my patrons and peanuts. You know what guys, I always like to put on a show for you, but today it's more casual and relaxed. If this isn't your thing, I understand if you want to skip this video, but for those of you that want to stay, let's have some fun. So, why am I doing laundry outside? Well, folks, most Filipinos don't have washers or dryers, and neither do Lucy and I. We do it by hand. And when I was a kid, folks, we used to bring our laundry to the river, and that's where we wash our laundry, our clothes. It was fun. Me and Lucy, we trade duties like grocery shopping and cooking and stuff. So today, I'm doing laundry. And by the way, folks, this tub used to be a tub of peanuts, and now it's the container of my laundry soap. Well, if you have a Filipina, you would understand. We don't waste anything. So I pre-soaked my clothes. I just have to put more laundry soap. And whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Make more bubbles. Well, some of you folks know that the weather here in the Philippines is quite unpredictable. If it's raining constantly, your clothes stay wet and they start to smell funky, and I don't like it. I hope the sun stays so my clothes dry today. So while I'm washing, folks, I'm gonna be answering questions, and I asked my channel members and my patrons to come up with things they wanted to know, and I've got a few right here. So to start with, the first question is from Brian S. He asked, will you be building yourself a house in Dumaguete? So Brian, probably not, because Dumaguete is good for retired expats. I'm not there yet. So I need some place with more stuff to film. I also need more reliable power because my electricity here went off 6 times in the last 3 days, folks. I'm not exaggerating and I'm not joking. Anyone that lives in Dumaguete can back me up on that, unless it's just my side of town. And imagine, when the power goes out and I'm filming a video or editing, it really slows me down. One thing I don't have is time. I also need a better internet connection because sometimes I'm trying to upload a video and I've only got a few hours until 8 o'clock and I'm panicking already, and the signal is so bad it says 2 hours to upload, and I don't have 2 hours to upload. Then I post the video, and I know there are gonna be tons of comments and questions, but my phone just says it's loading or it's timed out. I can't wait 5 minutes for one single comment to upload. I'm trying to make it to Cebu as close to the city as I can get. But the problem is, the rent is way over what I can afford to spend. People have been sending me links to condos in the city for a few $100, but I can't live in a condo. I have to have at least, 3 bedrooms, because there's me, there's Lucy, and I need a room for my studio so that I can do my talking heads. And on top of that, I have 4 cats, so I have to have a house, not a condo or an apartment. All the places I've been checking within 30 minutes away from the city are just too expensive, folks. So for those of you guys who live in Cebu area who know I have a good 3-bedroom house, please comment and I'll take a look at it. And thank you in advance. All right, so house for myself. What I'd like to do is keep my eyes open for some cheap land outside Cebu. I don't need much. Maybe I just need 150 square meters. Then I have to save up for that. Maybe 3 years until I have enough money to build a house like what I did for my folks. And if my family is watching this, I expect you guys to come help me for free, just like what I did for you guys. Please, uncles, mama, dad. Okay, this one's done. All right, so some of you folks might remember this bag. This bag. Okay. This is one of my favorite bags. It was cheap, but I really love it. I used this one when I was in Thailand. If you watch that video with Modi, the elephant, you'll see I was carrying this bag and it really got muddy riding Modi, but I washed it several times and the mud just won't come off. And I think I washed this one, this is the 5th time, and I'm gonna try one last time to get the mud off because I really love this bag. Okay, so I'm gonna soak this one longer and let's go answer another question. Okay, next question is from R. Canning. What was the worst approach a foreigner ever used to ask you for a date? Well, Mr. Canning, I'm not sure if this is actually awkward for the guy, but it sure was awkward for me. There was this time while I was working at McDonald's and a foreigner came in and he started flirting with me while he was placing his order. Then he came back to collect his food and out of the blue he just asked me out. And at that time, I just turned 18 and, this guy was a decent looking guy. He seemed nice, but he was way much older than me. So I said, thanks, I'm flattered, but I'm not old enough to date you yet. So no problem. He took his food, sat down, and a minute later, there's a Filipino girl just walked in and sat next to him and she was touching him, so I could tell it was his girlfriend. I don't know if he was expecting his girlfriend to walk in, or he just didn't care. He didn't even look in my direction again, not one single time. Even though it was just one douchey guy, it's funny how it stuck with me all these years. And it's almost 14 years ago, and I still remember that. By the way, guys, the motion I'm doing is what we call kusot. I don't know the English translation, kusot. It's like rubbing the clothes together and then squeezing the water out. Oh, okay. Now I remember why I don't like doing the laundry. But it's a good exercise for the arms. Anyway, guys, there's another question. So let's do that. Okay, the third question is from Stuart B. You mentioned Filipino bots in your last video. Yeah, that was funny, at the service department. So he's asking, would you consider it cheating to have sex with a robot? That's actually an interesting question. Let's see. If my future husband had sex with a robot, would I call it cheating? Well, I don't think so. Not really, because it's just a sex toy, right? And if it let me choose the Filipino bot, then sure, why not? Well, as long as I know what's going on, then I don't consider it cheating if everybody's on board. Yes, I would be okay with it if he told me about it. Now, if he's doing it all the time and he's spending more time with the SEXBOT than he's spending time with me, then I'd be concerned. But if a woman uses a vibrator, is that cheating? I don't think so. It's also a sex toy, right? Same thing with the SEXBOT. Although it doesn't talk, but it's the same thing. It's a thing. Does she need to call her husband, who's maybe away for a business trip, and say, hey honey, since you're not here, can I use my vibrator? Of course not. She doesn't have to do that, right? So then I guess it doesn't matter if my partner does it with a robot without telling me. Now, I'm really getting confused. But somehow, that doesn't feel right either. I think if I was doing that with a robot when my husband walked in, I'd feel guilty. So there's something about it that bothers me. I just don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's so realistic that it feels like it'd be wrong. I don't know. Now, if it looked like Data from Star Trek, I wouldn't be interested anyway. But if it looked perfectly real and it was attractive, then maybe I'd be tempted. But that's when it would feel like I was cheating. I don't know what to say. So somewhere between a vibrator and a lifelike android, there must be a line that we shouldn't cross. Right, Floki? What do you think, buddy? I'm having a dilemma here. Please help me out. Yeah, that was a tough question, but I have no idea what line and where the line is. So, folks, I'm really having trouble answering that question. If it's so real you can't tell the difference, then is there a difference? I don't know exactly what I think, but what about you guys? What if your wife or your girlfriend was using a SEXBOT that looked like, I don't know, maybe a Brad Pitt? Would you care? Now, I really want to hear the answers to that because that would be very interesting. So please tell me what you think in the comment section. Now, if we flip the script, what if your wife caught you with one? Do you think she'd be angry? Now, I bet if that's an average Filipina, she would get insanely jealous if she caught you doing that. But the main question is, why? It's not real. Okay, so if there are any Filipinas watching this video, I'd love to hear what you think about it too. What would you do if you came home and your husband was having sex with a Cherry 2000, like, the one in the movie? And it's really not such a crazy question though, because I know it's actually gonna happen maybe in the next 10 or 20 years. You know that show, the one with humans in the title? Almost Human, or something like that, where the husband had sex with this gorgeous robot nanny and the wife got mad because she caught him doing that and they almost got a divorce. That's the kind of thing we might actually be fighting about in the very near future. Then suddenly, for sure, the feminists and the women that were complaining about being stared at and inappropriately flirted with, you will soon realize they're gonna be replaced. So good luck with that. Of course, that also means that Sean Connery bots will replace you guys too. But something tells me that the demand for female bots will be higher than the demand for male bots. I think it's just the way it is. So maybe it's a good thing that we're talking about this because I'm sure some of us are gonna have to deal with this in our lifetimes. And I think I would be 50 by then, 20 years from now. You know what, guys, thinking about it, that's kind of sad. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that more than I thought I would. So maybe we should do this more often. And I'm just gonna finish up my laundry, maybe get some lunch, or maybe go into town and get some supplies. Well, I'm gonna see you on Tuesday night for this video, if my power stays on. See you then, folks. Bye! If you think about it, I'm kind of like the girl next door. No costumes, no superpowers, just someone who keeps their eyes and ears open and knows how to get you the information you need when trying to learn about life in the Philippines. I'm familiar with Western culture, and I know my own, so I can be a valuable resource when it comes to all things Filipino. If you enjoy my channel and want to help it grow, please hit the thumbs up button on this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, And consider checking out my Patreon page, where you'll find exclusive videos and features. And you can rest assured that I'll be bringing you fresh, high-quality content twice a week. See you around the neighborhood. Oh, I almost forgot. Can I borrow a cup of sugar?